The NBA season is well underway, and we've got our first players of the week, that being Victor Wembanyama and Giannis Antetokounmpo. With the Milwaukee Bucks well surpassing their week 1 expectations, I want to shine a light on Giannis and someone who's become probably one of the more underrated players in recent NBA history. 30 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal and a block per game. This is not what Giannis did last week. That's not even what Giannis is doing this season. That's what he's been averaging for the last 4 years. One of the most dominant runs in NBA history that has been put aside by other greatness. But no player puts up a cool 30 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists with first team defense and efficiency in the way that Giannis does and has been doing for years. And instead of just rolling over or giving up or even just playing what I say is his regular style of basketball, Giannis has turned it up to another level, possibly being the best player in the NBA so far. Now, this Milwaukee roster wasn't exactly supposed to be great. I saw this roster as a lot of good 7th and 8th players, but not a lot of great guys who can be starters, stars, or even just early rotation players. I definitely saw the squad more as a play-in team given the fact that they had Giannis's brothers and then just a few 3-point specialists or good defensive players with him. But nobody told Giannis that. For the first 4 games of the season, Giannis has been putting up 36 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists per game. This is actually somehow more box score stats than what Victor Wembanyama put up over the same stretch. What Giannis is doing is somehow just as, if not more impressive, yet he's not getting the same attention for it, something that's not exactly new in his career. And these aren't empty stats either. Giannis is willing the Bucks in games that I really wouldn't be expect them to win. At the time that I make this, the Milwaukee Bucks are 3-1, they are a top 10 offense, the 13th ranked defense, and they are top 10 in net ratings, all the hallmarks of a great team on both ends of the ball. And across a week that saw some ridiculous games, and the NBA just overall is seeing some higher scoring averages, it is Giannis Antetokounmpo who is still a man amongst men. He's leading the league in field goals made and second in points per game. Tyrese Maxey is currently leading the league at 37 points per game, 1 more point per game than Giannis, but Giannis is playing 10 less minutes than Maxey. Now, guys like Austin Reeves, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Lauri Markkanen have all had some insane scoring starts, but even they are playing 6 more minutes per game. Per 36 minutes, Giannis is simply just in a realm of his own. His shooting, one of the weaker parts of his skill set, has also been off to a solid start. He's gone around 4 of 7 from 3, and in the short mid-range area, he's shooting 45%, which would currently be a career best. Now, numbers like these aren't numbers that I expect would continue in the future, especially for Giannis. They might be a little unsustainable, but I think it's still indicative of a great start by the Greek Freak. And that is just his scoring. From a playmaking perspective, he might be on the best stretch that he's ever been in his career. Across the 4 games, he's been averaging 7 assists per game, and this is more than he's done at any other point in his career. At the moment, he's averaging over 13 potential assists per game, which is 1 or 2 higher than he's ever done before. He's also doing this at the lowest turnover percentage of his career as well. I'm really surprised to say this, but he's leading Milwaukee in assists, with the next player who plays all 4 games, Ryan Rollins and Miles Turner, being at 4 and 3 assists per game respectively. And of course, we already know what Giannis is capable of on the defensive side of the ball. He's a guy who averages around a block and a steal per game, and he's always been one of the best players at nearly single-handedly making a defense elite. While he does make the Bucks defense better by around 3 points per 100 possessions, this is a relatively small number, but something I expect he will continue throughout this season. And a large part of Giannis's dominance is actually coming in spite of Miles Turner not shooting the ball super well, just shooting a little above 20% from 3 on the year. However, defensively, Miles Turner has been a menace. Across his 4-game start as a Milwaukee Buck, he is averaging around 2.5 blocks per game, while making the Bucks defense better by 17 points per 100 possessions. Combined with Giannis, the two have a net rating of 8.5 per 100, something I expect will continue throughout the season, as this is Giannis's most played with player at the start of the year. Giannis has been incredible at the start of the season in every single way you could have asked him. In no way of a disrespect towards other players, you can make a very strong argument that Giannis is currently the best player in the world right now. But I also have to give some credit to the Milwaukee Bucks, a team that has been pretty underrated, especially going into the season, and even myself may have just fallen for the trap. Ryan Rollins might just be a breakout player of the year. He's averaging around 15, 4 and 4, and has quickly become a Milwaukee favorite with being one of the most underrated players in the league. Miles Turner, his stats haven't been great, but he's still giving positive minutes for the Bucks, and Cole Anthony has had a good stretch of games, and I think he is the guy who's specifically going to be an important factor for Milwaukee. This is a brand new roster. This is an underrated roster. These are guys whose names aren't exactly well known in the league, but these are guys who probably fit with Giannis better than most teams he's ever been on. This team is full of defensive dogs that can shoot the 3-ball. Milwaukee is the 13th best defense in the league and a top 10 3-point shooting team at the moment. As big of a name as Damian Lillard was for the Bucks, their roster construction and success might be more similar to that of their championship team, a team built for dominance of Giannis and having the pieces in the right place. The dominance of Giannis at the start of the season, it's not random. It's something that's been going on for years, and it's something that really just hasn't been getting its fair share of attention. This is a stretch that I expect will continue to stay, and these early games are showing us that Milwaukee might just be a little bit better of a team that meets the eye. While they're still a long shot to win it all, Giannis and his Bucks are a team worth watching. That is it for this one. If you liked the video, you know what to do, and I will catch you all next time.